Thank God it's Jover. Oh my God, this has been an emotional roller coaster, y'all. So, it's been about 3 weeks since Biden had his absolutely horrific debate performance. And that was when the tuned out, politically not really aware, normie folks figured out the stuff that most of us have known for a while now. And that is that Joe Biden is not all there, and he hasn't been all there for a minute. So, once that became obvious, a tight race went to what was looking to be a Trump blowout. And I gotta tell you, it was really scary. I mean, there's people who just panicked, and I was one of them. Because, currently I have been pretty fixated on the stuff that Joe Biden is doing right now, like war crimes and genocide, and I haven't really given much thought to Trump and Biden other than that I don't want either of these old farts. So, after the debate, people were like shocked about Biden, and honestly, he did slightly better than I had expected because this is not unusual for him. So yeah, there was that, and for me personally, when the debate happened, having to watch whatever that was, an hour, hour and a half, and listen to Trump talk, I had kind of forgotten just how awful that is, and that I don't want to do that for years and years and years. Never mind all of the policies that will really harm people that would come from such a thing. And at the same time, I'm realizing, oh God, I really don't want this guy. I'm realizing, oh my God, Biden doesn't have a chance, and people are telling him he's got to go, and he's just not listening. He is just digging in. And then you'd hear, oh, Biden's going to make an announcement. Biden's going to have an interview. Biden's going to have a big boy press conference. And if he blows it here, then... And so it was like this will he, won't he, emotional roller coaster. And it was really freaky. I had knots in my stomach, all the time. And, finally, the pressure just got to be too much, because once you had the Democratic elites, the Nancy Pelosi's, Chuck Schumer's, Adam Schiff's of the world, when they started saying Biden's got to go and the big donors said no more money, then I'm like, yeah, this is going to happen. And it happened on Sunday, just as I predicted it would. So, okay, he announced on Twitter, and then about 30 minutes after that, he made another one where he endorsed Kamala Harris for president. So a lot of people are massively relieved, of course, and that's great. Now there's a chance to at least defeat Trump, and that is a really good thing. So we also saw just an absolute rush of donations to Kamala Harris. I think they raised $5 million in less than an hour. The first 24 hours after the announcement, that was the record-breaking fundraising. I know one super PAC alone said they got $150 million of large donor donations, in the first day. So it looks like there's not going to be a whole lot of people stepping up to compete with her. There will technically be an open convention, but it looks like everybody's kind of like, it's too late, let's just go with Kamala. That's a little bit of a bummer. I think that as people, we deserve to have a choice. They really scammed us out of a primary. Some states altogether didn't have some. In a lot of states, they did some pretty shady stuff to keep other people off the ballots, and then they just sort of shoved Joe Biden through. No debates, because, well, we see what happens when Joe Biden debates, and we see why they didn't want to do that. But I don't know what they were thinking, because obviously he was going to have to debate for president, and everybody should be totally pissed at the Democratic establishment, because they knew and they were scamming you. And if you were watching a news source where you did not know this, you need to reevaluate where you get your news, because look what kind of situation it put the whole country in, and what almost could have happened. At least now there is a chance that we're not going to get a Trump. So let's see. Nobody wanted a choice between these two old men that everybody's sick of. The convict and the cadaver. I mean, is this what we've come to in America? I mean, it's really kind of sad. Okay, so, meanwhile, while all the Democrats are really, really happy and there's a surge of excitement, the Republicans are freaking out. That's right, guys. The people that have been hollering, "Let's go, Brandon," for years now, well, Joe Brandon's gonna go, and they're like, "Wait, don't leave me." You can't make this shit up. Okay. So, they're freaking out, panicking that they might actually have to, argue policies and not just, this carnival barker versus this, half-dead charisma black hole. And, they're worried. And I love to see it. But, okay, today, the news. Now, I would not suggest watching, cable news shows to actually get your information. That's what got many people into this situation, where they did not realize what was happening to begin with. But I watch stuff just to see. I'm a policy nerd, and I want to see what kind of information normies are getting. So I subject myself to it, and today was just insufferable. Oh my God, tributes to Joe Biden. Thank you for being forced to do something, kicking and screaming, and nearly dragging the country down with you. Thanks. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. I gotta get better at the potty mouth for YouTube, but I don't feel like we're recording it, so. Alright, anyways. Joe Biden's legacy. Joe Biden was in politics for approximately 500 years. He was a senator from Delaware, which is a state that is mostly known for being a tax haven to giant financial corporations, where Joe Biden faithfully served these corporations while being a senator for many decades, along with other achievements like incarcerating vast amounts of Americans with his stupid ass crime bill. Just lock everybody up for nonviolent drug offenses and throw away the key. Oh, unless they're my crackhead son, and then I guess we're okay. And I love him, and I support him, and I'm proud of him. Such hypocrisy. Okay, so I will give credit where credit is due. The first Biden term was surprisingly not nearly as bad as I had expected. It was actually much more progressive. They did some good things, some pro-labor things, child tax credits, some environmental protections. I mean, certainly not everything I would want, but certainly also more than I would have expected from Joe Biden. Although now I think we can see that that was because Biden domestically was very checked out, and he had staff who have better ideas than him pushing a lot of this stuff along. Like a lot of people with dementia, he has moments where he's in and out and things that he's more checked into than others. And Biden has always been a real foreign policy nerd, and but in a bad way. Like, I'm in the good way. So, excuse me. Anyway, Biden's legacy. Well, history is not going to be kind to Joe Biden. And they can talk about blah, 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 Joe Biden, and thank you, and oh, your service. And, you know what? Joe Biden, you're doing a damn genocide. You're a war criminal. You deserve to be in The Hague. And I cannot stomach listening to these stupid Joe Biden tributes because Joe Biden freaking sucks. And he has been doing a genocide in Gaza for 10 months. And he's still doing one. And I just think that all of this talk about Joe Biden's age and Joe Biden being an old man, the most important thing to never forget when you hear that are the tens of thousands of little children in Gaza who are never going to have a chance to grow old because of Joe Biden. And there is not a million years that could wash all the blood off that man's hands. So yeah, let's go, Joe Brandon. Fuck Joe Biden. Thank you for your service. Okay, thanks for watching. And if you like the video, you can like the video and support the channel by subscribing. I know I have been a bad girl and I have not recorded a video in a hot minute. And I'm going to get better at that, you guys. I apologize. There was a lot going on. Had death in the family, yada, yada, yada. But I know there's also a lot going on in the world to talk about. And I want to talk about it with you guys. And I want to know what you think in the comments. And please stick around, watch other videos. Tune in for the next one. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Much love. Bye.